All right, Raider Faithful, we got some stuff that we're going to be diving in today. We're going to be talking about some statistics that are a little bit of alarming and also a little bit hopeful moving forward with the Las Vegas Raiders. Plus, we're going to break down an article about the Raiders and how they are doing and how the Raiders are kind of two different sides of the same coin. And we got some injury updates for you, some good news for the Raiders on a couple key players. All that and more on today's episode of the Raider D Podcast. Hope you guys like the Fireball. And if you did like the Fireball, I just want to say, if you get any value out of this, I would love to have you guys here because I love your participation with the channel. When you guys comment, good or bad, I read them and I get a lot of fulfillment out of having conversations with you guys. That's why I do it. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you get some value out of this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you wouldn't mind, just tap a nice big fat like on this video, as it really helps us out here at the Raider D Podcast. And drop a comment. Let me know, where are you watching us from? How many times a week do you watch? Are we your favorite or your least favorite Raiders content creator? I'll do my best to respond to every single comment. Now let's jump into today's video. There's a couple things that I want to share with you. Number one is this right here. I have created my very own stats tracker for the Las Vegas Raiders. I will drop a link to it. You guys can go and check it out. It has real updated statistics just for you. And so you can check out the schedule if you want. I built this for you guys. So this is going to give you the entire schedule here. You can check out team statistics right here. You can also go and check out player statistics. All this is in real time, up to date. Basically, I built this for the community. So come join. Link will be down in the description. All right, guys, so let's jump into a few statistics that I've found that are both alarming and concerning, but also hopeful. Gives me hope that the Raiders have something here that we can build on and work on. So let's dive through a few of these stats. Let's start out with the team stats. Right now, I also put the rankings on there as well. So points for, we are ranked 20th. Points allowed, we are ranked 18th. Net yards, 556, we're ranked 24th. Yards allowed, 699. So teams are putting up more yards than us as well as points. We barely snuck out of that Baltimore game. We're ranked 22nd in the NFL there. Net yards per game, we are ranked 23rd. And red zone efficiency, not bad, 50%, 10th overall. So that's something to be hopeful for. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many yards you get. It matters how many points you can put up. And red zone efficiency is imperative. Now, I'd like to see this get higher. I'd like to see us be in the red zone a lot more than what we have been. But, yeah, I'll take it at this point. Passing attempts, 71, we're ranked 8th. Completions, 55, we're first in the NFL. Again, that's a bit of a skewed statistic, being the fact that a lot of these passes were thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They were screen passes. Passing net yards is good, though, 458. Again, most of these are yards after the catch, but that puts us ranked 8th in the NFL, so that's a good sign. Passing yards per game, 266.5, number 4 in the NFL. So we're top 5 in at least one category, and we'll actually in 2 categories. I'll get to the next one here in a second. Passing touchdowns, we're ranked 14th, only 2. Passing interceptions, 2, we're ranked 9th. Passer rating, 95.6, puts us at 14, and passing yards, 533, puts us 4th in the NFL. So in 2 statistics, we're top 5 in the offense. I'll take that. Rushing is where you got to be really concerned. We are dead last in a couple of these statistics. Rushing attempts, we are 30th. Rushing yards, only 98 in 2 games. We are last in the NFL. Yards per game, 49, also makes us last in the NFL. Rushing touchdowns, only 1. makes us 19th in the NFL. Rushing long, only 12 yards, makes us almost last at 30. And rushing fumbles, 1 makes us number 8 in the NFL. Defense, I thought we would rank a lot higher in a lot of these situations, but we're not. In fact, in a few situations, we're not doing good at all. So tackles, 103, we're ranked 27th. Sacks, 3, we're ranked 23rd. Not good. Again, the only guy who's getting sacks is Max Crosby, and we cannot have that be a regular occurrence or we're going to lose games. Takeaways, only 1, we're ranked 24th. Defensive interceptions, only 1, ranked 16th. Fumbles and pick sixes, 0. Nobody's really, I don't think anybody's gotten a pick 6 yet. So they have us ranked 4th, but it doesn't mean anything. Yards allowed, 699 yards allowed. That makes our defense ranked overall on yards 22nd in the NFL. So that's not a good sign. Total yards per game, we're ranked 26, almost towards the bottom of the barrel there. Passing yards per game, we're tied for 7th. Rushing yards, again, 30th in the NFL. And points per game, only 18, makes us 20th in the NFL. Third downs, we are 21st at 34.6. Not a good stat to be at. And turnover differential, we are -3, tied for 28th. Now, I wanted to talk about this article here. Raiders' tale of two sides. Las Vegas Raiders 2024 NFL season unfolds with promising rookies and defensive prowess. NFL history, the Brock Bowers becomes the first tight end ever to record at least 5 catches and 50 receiving yards in his first 2 career games. Record-breaking stats, Bowers has amassed 15 receptions, 154 yards, both NFL records for a rookie tight end in the first 2 games. His 156 receiving yards lead all tight ends in the league. High praise. NFL legend Rob Gronkowski said, "I think he's on track to be better than myself. A remarkable compliment considering Gronkowski's status as one of the greatest tight ends ever in the NFL history." Team impact, Bowers, 15 catches, leads the entire Raiders team. He played a crucial role in the Raiders' comeback victory against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the impactful duo, this is talking about Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins, 3-time Pro Bowler, ranked in the top 10 by his NFL peers last season. That's Max Crosby there. Christian Wilkins, former first-round draft pick, joined the Raiders on a 4-year, $110 million deal after career-high 9-sack season with the Dolphins. And coach's perspective, head coach Antonio Pierce likens Wilkins to Max Crosby inside. Praising his work ethic and dedication, Pierce allows Wilkins' intangibles, describing him as a great teammate who helps develop younger players. Offensive line has challenges, and we know that. So going into the Carolina Panthers, we got to get this cleaned up, and we will be talking about some injury news that's going to affect the offensive line here in just a second. So bear with me. Week 1 performance against Los Angeles Chargers. The unit surrendered 16 pressures and 4 sacks, with left guard Cody Whitehair 5 pressures, left tackle Colton Miller 4 pressures and 2 sacks, and center Andre James 3 pressures and 1 sack being the main culprits. Week 2 was no better. The situation didn't improve in week 2 as the team managed only 27 rushing yards against the Baltimore Ravens and gave up several sacks in that game as well, including from Colton Miller. Head coach Antonio Pierce acknowledged the offensive line's issue, stating it was glaring what the issues were last week. The team had experimented with the lineup changes, including switching between Andres Pete and Cody Whitehair at left guard against the Ravens game. And here, talking about White's performance, Zamir White's yards per carry have dropped significantly from 4.7 to below 4. Offensive line impact has definitely hurt him, but he's also not seeing holes when they're open. And the running back by committee approach also means that he's not being able to establish a rhythm. And scheme fit concerns. Look, honestly, Zamir White is just not a run zone blocking running back. He's not a cutback guy. He's not an edge guy. He's a north-south, up-the-middle kind of guy. He's a power back that's going to get you a consistent 3, 4, 5 yards. And so we got to go power, but the question remains, can this offensive line do it effectively with the personnel that we have? We'll have to see. Here's some underutilized talent that I want to spotlight here, and that's Alexander Madison. We all seen him have a really good game against the Chargers. I don't think he got enough touches against Baltimore. He should have, and look to see him get some more touches against Carolina this week. Amari Gaynor could be coming in this week. We could see an Amari Gaynor, sighting in the Carolina Panthers game because of an injury update that we're going to touch on right now in just a second. Delmar Glaze, otherwise known as DJ, 3rd-round pick, offensive lineman with experience at both tackle positions, left and right, though he is better at right. He should absolutely get some playing time because I think their Munford is really struggling, and Colton Miller looks like he's not Colton Miller. He looks like somebody else. I don't know who he is, but it is not the Colton Miller that we have all come to know and love. Now, with that being said, let's talk about some of the injury updates that have just come out as of today. Tyree Wilson is cleared to play and is expected to play in Sunday's game. Hopefully, he will be healthy, and hopefully, he'll have a breakout game. Because remember, Malcolm Kuntz is still on IR. We do not expect a complete decision of whether or not he's out for the season for at least another week to 2 weeks. And at that point, then the Raiders will make that decision. And also, they'll announce the decision. I think they kind of already know what they're going to go, which way they're going to go with that. But we'll have to wait for the official announcement on that. Another thing is JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, is cleared also for this game. He has practice. He looked good in practice. I think he will be the starting left guard over Cody Whitehair, but we'll have to wait until Sunday's game to see what's happening with that. Lastly, we got Divine Diablo, had some injuries with a concussion and I think it was an abdominal strain of some type. He is questionable whether or not he will be playing. And if he does not play, then that also means that Amari the Ferrari Gainer could get his first NFL start. And I am excited to see what this kid can do. If he can do what he did in preseason, if he can play the way that he played in college, we've got ourselves a bona fide star at linebacker. He can absolutely do it all. He can go after the quarterback. He can defend against the run. He's good against the pass. He is just an all-around good linebacker. Look forward to seeing him get some playing time this week. Guys, if you like this video, drop a like. Also, drop a comment and let me know how you guys are feeling about Sunday's game coming up against Carolina Panthers. Let me know your predictions. Will the Raiders win or lose? And by how much?